Fabiano, you just drew your game against Abdusattorov. It looks like you were under some pressure in the game.
Yeah, I was surprised in the opening. He played a rare move, bishop to e2. I thought bishop d3 has a lot of very high-level games, but I guess he expected the line because I play the Rogozin quite regularly, and he had this in mind. And I came up with maybe a slightly dubious way, but I was hoping it would come as a surprise to take in queen b6. And yeah, I don't think he played too critically with queen takes b6. I thought this should be completely fine for black, but then I think I played a very careless move, knight c6. Then it was really unpleasant, and yeah, he made maybe a careless move with bishop to b1. Maybe bishop f5 was much more dangerous. We were discussing this a bit after the game. But anyway, I thought I should be able to hold it after bishop f5 by giving a check on a1 and retreating to a7. But it wasn't a fun defensive task. And after bishop e1, I thought it was more or less a forced draw. I get 4 against 3 rook endgame, which is the doubled pawns are even not a liability for black in this version, because like, let's say with totally correct pawns HGF, then it's even a bit more difficult to defend this in practice. While with doubled f pawns, somehow it's a bit easier because they control a lot of squares. And yeah, we played this for some time, but it was never really difficult.
So at the end game, you were confident from the start that you were gonna hold it.
Well, the rook endgame, yeah, I thought this is going to be an easy draw, but before that, I wasn't confident at all. Once when the bishop and knight were still on the board, it was only after he played bishop e1 that I felt like the drawing chances are extremely high.
Apologies about the fly. Yesterday you drew against Anish. How do you feel 2 rounds into the tournament?
Well, I can't say I'm disappointed, because I didn't have even the slightest advantage in either game, and I was only worse in both games, and significantly worse against Anish. So not the most inspiring start, let's say, but it's a long tournament, and 2 draws are nothing to complain too much about.
Let's talk about this year's edition with the fans back, the amateur players back. You were playing here when the playing hall was completely deserted. How does it feel to have everyone back?
Well, even 2 years in a row, we played under basically a lockdown in the entire country, and it's definitely a lot nicer to be back in what feels like a familiar atmosphere, because I played here since 2008, and I was used to many tournaments, including the amateur sections, and it's nice to see that back. It's a nice atmosphere. Last year I didn't have a very good time. It wasn't too much fun for me personally. So yeah, I'm much happier this year.
Last year, maybe in general, was not the best year for you. Now it's the new year. It's the first big event of the year. What do you have any specific goals for this tournament?
Yeah, well, we don't have the chance to play classical chess too often, so it feels like a good opportunity to hopefully play well, and maybe to improve my rating a bit. That would be good. And yeah, you know, we play like 2 classical events a year now. Things have changed quite a lot. So this is a very special event in the sense that it's one of the longest running and last remaining of the main classical events. So it's good to be back. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the longest tournaments besides the candidates that you play.
Fabi, we're very happy to have you back. I think the fly is a sign to end the interview. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.